Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Garber Experiment. New game for you guys, Kona. Seen it on the Game Pass, so I thought I'd give it a try. Looks might be quite good. So let's jump in and see what this game's all about then, shall we? Northern Quebec.
Sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
So we're actually driving the car now. It's looking quite nice so far.
They had set up to meet at the general store, his client's business. Well, actually the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Let's see if we can find
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Okay, let's see what we've got to do then. Oh. What's this then? Manastan, it will be good. Okay. Oh, Northern Quebec and its inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec cites an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable mineral could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Get involved, invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened. At the heart of the wilderness north is swarming with wolves, caribous, bears, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Come discover the north and experience genuine white jungle. Okay. Got ourselves a map here then. Doesn't really show where we are. Phone. Okay. Right. I guess I'm moving this closed sign.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Right then. So we need something to break the lock. I just need sensitivity down a little bit. Yes. That's better. I can run. Bowl, empty bowl. Don't know why I need that, but grab it anyway. Okay. Some weird carvings in the wood. Ah, here we go. Fire starters. Okay, nothing else. Right then. Let's get this lock open and continue down the road, I guess. Nice Chevrolet pickup.
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Right then, let's continue on down the road.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
That's not good. I mean, look where he's going, he's not playing with the radio.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
Wow, that snow came in quick. Kona. So we need to get some chains. I've just got fire starters. Right then. Oh no. Are they alright?
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold. The driver had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
Strange. We got nothing. Have they got anything in the truck? Ah, yes. Perfect. First aid kit.
This deep in the country, his last hope was to find an abandoned garage or a farm by the roadside. His life depended on it.
There we go. Probably should turn the car off though, shouldn't we? Really? Right then.
Even better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and was now on his way to new adventures.
Right then. Start fire. I need some wood. There's that wood outside though we can use. Right, can we use this wood? Yes. Okay, let's start this fire and then go get the car, I think. There you go. Perfect. So we've got a map. And we're there at the moment, okay.
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Okay. Alright, let's go get this car out then, shall we? If we can. We've got some warmth. I thought that car was on fire then for a second. Relay chains on both sides. Oh, Good. Alright then, let's get this car out of this ditch if we can. Okay. Heal his wounds and warm his body up before going any further. Okay, so let's stand by the fire again. See if we can use this first aid kit. And then see if we can go any further. Alright. Inventory. Equipment. Consumables, that's it. First aid kit. There we go. Has that done the trick? Surely that's done the trick. Yes. Wow, cannot see anything. Guess just like that, we're carrying on then. Going on down this road in this horrible storm. See what we can find, see if we can finally meet up with this person that we're meant to be meeting.
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry. The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Yeah, we need some fuel then. There we go, there's a general store. Just gonna leave it running again, is he?
Wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
Right then, let's see. What?
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Alright, I guess I'm looking for some evidence then. What have we got here?
What could be inside that
Torn
envelope?
envelope.
Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Mr. John Van Montreal. That's it. Alright then, what happened in here? This place is a mess. Let's take some more fire starters, shall we? Just rob the place. That flyer again. Oh no, Quebec, like Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of the Chibougamau area population will soon reach 30,000 souls, among which thousands are happy families and will be prospering thanks to the hard labour of their fathers, who will be contributing valiantly in expanding Quebec's national wealth, mines and hydroelectricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream. Turn it into your reality now. The mines, a sector in full expansion. Did you know that since 1960, Canadian tripled the amount of resources royalties it collects? Do you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this very moment? The building of our schools and our hospital depends on the minerals. Exploiting our resources, the road to our future. Okay. General store also serves as a post office for the locals. Okay. Secretary wouldn't be luxury here. To open the cash register, punch the price 2 numbers, minimum price sale, turn the crank 2 times, punch the machine if it doesn't work. Okay. Oh God.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
Okay. Well, let's turn that pump on, and the power's just gone out. Sale. Post key.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone. Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat, and when people have a frog in their throat, they do not take the risk by going to work. Customers could catch it right. I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I have a nice doctor's note which I'm going out to get right now. Sadly, in the meantime, I will have to close down the shop unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you. After all, you must know how it's done since it's yours now. Kind regards, your dedicated manager, Giles. Okay. Also, yeah, why has the power gone out? Broken glass on the floor.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him?
Alright then, let's go.
A radiator without power is as good as a wood stove without logs.
Alright then. I guess we can fill our truck up now.
The pumps wouldn't surrender their divine nectar so easily. In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from inside the store.
And the power's gone out, so they're not going to work, are they? So I guess we're going to have to find how to turn the power on. Aha!
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem when he saw one.
So we need tape and some scissors, or snips. I guess in the back out here?
More materials were needed to stir up the flames.
Let's start this fire, shall we? Keep warmth. And saves it as well. Unlock. I have a key. No, that's not what I wanted. Put the map away. That's what I want. Document, inventory. Key, post key. Okay, that's not the post key then. that going to be the only way in? Draft letter. Let it be known you're nothing more than...
in the air. Seems like some villagers barely tolerated each other.
Let it be known you're nothing more than a brigand and a robber. Garbage hoarder and a viper, a leech, a monster. You're holding a knife at my throat. Too bad for me, but... That's it. Okay. Right. What is this key actually used for then? Nothing here.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Right, well...
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
Keep.
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead?
Nothing in there, just the outside toilet. What is that?
Carl felt that the store and its surroundings still held their secrets, and he didn't like to miss out.
Keep that picture. More.
The Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away. Carl wondered what the hell could that thing be. It looked like a man fossilized in ice.
That is strange. What is going on?
All of a sudden, Carl felt like he was pulled inside a world of dreams, a cold, unknown dimension. Somehow, self-control was slipping from his grasp. To all appearances, this was a hunting log. Better yet, a war diary.
The best enjoys long slumbers. The century seems impregnable. Ice is everywhere. I need to exercise patience and wait for it to come out. To think like a hunter. The beast often invades the settlement bordering the lake. It terrorizes the white people. They never see it come in, but they feel its presence, the cold dread grabbing at your innards. The beast excites the wolves, makes them more aggressive. One attacked me. I had to cut its throat. The blade digging into its flesh made the sound of a torn wire. The beast is getting closer to the villagers. It moves at night, bringing heavy snow and strong gusts of wind along with it. I tracked it to no avail. I don't know the white man frozen in ice, but I do know that this is the work of the beast. It attacks, curdles the blood of its victims, white men knowing nothing of this force of nature. I touched the ice imprisoning the white man. I saw things, but I don't understand them. Okay.
could these engraved numbers mean? A fresh
739.
path suddenly appeared before Carl.
What is going on? This is strange.
Carl had that feeling you get when you immerse your frozen hands in hot water. What happened? Now at least he knew who the unfortunate man petrified in ice was. Gilles Lachance, the general store's manager himself.
Okay. So somehow we
That
have...
had to be the worst parking job ever. Who was Carl to judge, though? It may be customary to park like that around these parts, or not.
Alright, so we're back out the front again. Alright, okay. Just check there's nothing... No. Alright. So it gave us a code. 739. We're back at the general store again. Ah!
Something fell to the bottom of the box. The murder weapon. What was that doing there, Carl wondered. Hamilton must have been determined to keep some information secret to post this key. Shame he got unlucky. Everything made sense now. Poor Hamilton's denunciation was interrupted, and he figured it would be best to lock everything up and send the key to his correspondent, who would receive the box later on. Clever, but not enough. That's what happens to ordinary people playing spy.
It is a citizen of Her Majesty and free economic chambers of the world that I must address what follows to the proper authorities. The worst is happening at this very moment.
Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
The worst happening at this very moment. I cannot write at length, but I'm requesting immediate help from my country. I believe the free world is in grave danger. A member of my community, the Honourable... That's it. Okay, I need some heat up again. But also, I need a... Yeah, power. Oh, another first aid kit, nice. No, I've already done that. I don't need to do that again. Yeah, I still need... I need that power. Ah, there's the tape. Nope, I'm gonna grab that. 4 matches. What's this? Customer credit.
According to that log, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on, though.
Okay. So we've got loads of people's addresses now. And a garage key. Okay, this... Make sure I got a look around everywhere. Right. To the garage. Let's see if we can warm up by that fire again. Get a bit frozen here. Yeah, there we go. Let's warm up for a second. Perfect. Nice and toasty now. Let's continue on. Oh, wonder what the noise was then. It's just the fire outside cracking away. Right. So we need some tools. No. Let's take that. That's hardware. There we go. Okay, nothing else. The radio doesn't work.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Right then. So it said that we can only run power from one thing to the other, one thing at a time. So let's fix the generator, I think. Run power to the garage, maybe. Okay. Oh, it's so dark. Right. So store garage. Okay. So that should have started the power in the garage. Hopefully. That has indeed. Now can we lift the car somehow? Car lift, there we go.
At long last, the crowbar was within Carl's grasp. Surely it would come in handy at some point.
Right then. Okay then. Okay. In the dark it's recommended to use a flashlight or a lantern. Right then, let's swap the power over back to the general store. Let's fill this truck up, shall we? There we go. Turn that off, that's a bit creepy. We have power, finally, nice. Well, I'm going to leave that episode there, guys. Really good start to a game, really liking this game. Sort of well, murder mystery game. What have we got on here?
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Okay, well, yeah. If you enjoyed that episode, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video. Thanks guys for watching.